SailorCigars.com. Here to talk to you today about how to choose a cigar. Now, for those of you that might be cigar aficionados, I know this might be old news to you, but for those of you watching who are new to cigar and cigar smoking, hopefully this will help you out. Now, if you are new to smoking, I definitely recommend that you stick with a shorter roll. Couple of reasons. One, you may not have your full palate yet. It may not be a cigar that's perfectly fit to you. Or two, you might not be able to handle those full Churchills, double Coronas, long smokes that are full body perhaps even. So definitely, if you can, go into a cigar lounge, ask a nearby tobacconist or store owner or shopkeeper, have them tell you about some of the choices that might be good for you. If you're going online, SailorCigars.com, shoot me an email, contact us or ask an expert, and we will answer any questions you might have as to great advice on a cigar that's great for starters. Sampler packs. When I first got into cigars years ago, that's what I started with, just trying to find your palate. If you're lucky enough, you might have a cigar humidor in your home, like the one here behind me. This is our business partner's Pat's home humidor, and as you can see, he definitely has a lot on stock. So let's kind of open it up and we'll go through the scenario of walking into a store or picking online through a wide array of cigars. So as you can see, Pat has a wide array of cigars in his humidor. Various sizes, various rolls. This is going to be comparable to what you would be looking at a retail store, a cigar lounge, and as you can see, you got your small, medium rolls. Here, Opus X. You got Ashton, that's his go-to cigar. Highly recommend. It's a Ashton VSG Torpedo. Great smoke. You get the smaller rolls, like this Arturo Fuente here. This, perfect size for a beginner, or if you got less than an hour to smoke. It's a really great quality cigar, medium body, but not gonna knock you down. I'm gonna close this up so we don't get the humidity out. So when you're choosing a cigar, you wanna think about the time. You wanna think about, what are you doing? Is it the first cigar of the night? Okay, maybe you can go full body, you can go medium body, no problem. Is it the third cigar of the night and you've been drinking, having a good time with your buddies? May not want to go on a heavier roll, full body. Churchill, that's going to knock you on your rear. Also, what's really important when choosing a cigar, if you are not buying from online and you're in a cigar lounge, cigar store, make sure that the cigars are humidified like they are behind me. Pat, as you can see, has his cigars properly humidified, sealed, shut. Those babies are going to be perfectly kept, whether they're smoked 2 years from now or today. If you walk into a cigar store, they don't have a walk-in humidor. They're out on the counter in tubes, wrapping, no humidity whatsoever. Walk the hell away. Don't buy them. Unless you have time to take them home, properly humidify them, and hopefully you can bring them back to life, but good luck. If you walk into a store and in the walk-in humidor, they have sealed casings to where there's specialty cigars there, and they're not properly humidified. They're sealed away from the humidity. Same thing. Don't do it. Those cigars are, even though they're nice looking, they're high priced, they're not being stored properly. It'd be like buying a bottle of Dom Perignon and it's been sitting outside in 100-degree weather for weeks on end. It's not good anymore. So pay close attention to that. Make sure how they're being kept. Are the staff professional? Do they have good, answers to your questions? You walk in, you can smell the cigars and the humidity and feel it. That's a great thing. If you're buying from online, just so you all know, our cigars are stored properly at our warehouse, perfect humidity. They're shipped, sealed, packaged, humidified so that when you receive them, they're ready to essentially smoke, but I would still recommend putting them in a humidifier for a few days just to let them decompress from the travel and make sure that they're prime. But that's one of the things you want to look at for smoking is how much time do you have. It's going to affect the size of the roll and the quality. Are you a novice? Do you know your palate yet? No? Stick with a shorter roll, lighter, medium body perhaps. Are you getting a feel for your palate? Okay, great. Take a look at what options they have. Maybe branch out. Ask if there's something comparable. Say, hey, I like this brand of cigar, this kind of roll. Do you have anything comparable that would be great for me to buy? Send us an email, ask us questions, exact same thing. We will be more than happy to answer your questions and recommend a few options for you and keep it within your price range, which, by the way, if you are going into retail stores, a lot of you know they're a lot higher priced than obviously online. They got brick and mortar and employees to pay for. So keep that in mind. But obviously, if you're not a cigar aficionado and you're not carrying around cigars with you, you may have no other choice. But feel free to ever reach out to us as well. Even if you're heading to a retail store, we'll be happy to recommend a few options for you and tell you what would be a good idea. We're here to help and give advice in any way we can and earn your trust. In the meantime, if you like this video, please comment, like it, and don't forget to subscribe to Sailor Cigars and give us your feedback. Tell us if there's anything else you would like to hear advice about. We're happy to help and look forward to questions and comments. In the meantime, stay frosty and smoke away, my friends.